alert. Looks great. OPC POT, the caution warning is clear with no unexpected errors. Copy PLT.
Oh, loud and clear now, Mike, and we understand that you are a dog.
Never plays the gallery. I think it's terribly dangerous for an artist to fulfill other people's expectations. Always go a little further into the water than you feel you're capable of being in. And when you don't feel that your feet are quite touching the bottom, you're just about in the right place to do something exciting.
Mags and things agree very closely. Roger.
I've often wondered if actually being an artist in any way, any nature, is a kind of a sign of a certain kind of dysfunction, a social dysfunctionalism anyway. It's an extraordinary thing to want to do, and it's a sign of the irrational part of man, I think.
Less than 50.
I find that I'm a person who can take on the guises of different people that I meet. I've always found that I collect. I'm a collector. And I've always just seemed to collect personalities, ideas. I seem to draw a lot of fantasies out of people.
You got hot tea? About 40 degrees. Looks wonderful. Yes, sir.
My presumption is that because I'm enjoying what I'm doing and believe in the songs, then that enthusiasm will pass over to the audience as well, and they'll pick up on that.
This is Houston, contact with a test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. 10. Ground control to Major Tom. 7, 6. Commencing countdown, engines on. 3, 2. Check ignition and may God's love be with you. This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade, and the papers want to know whose shirts you wear. Now it's time to leave the capsule if you dare. This is Major Tom to ground control. I'm stepping through the door, and I'm floating in a most peculiar way, and the stars look very different today. For here am I sitting in a tin can, far above the world. Planet Earth is blue, and there's nothing I can do. Though I'm past 100,000 miles, I'm feeling very still, and I think my spaceship knows which way to go. Tell my wife I love her very much, she knows. Ground control to Major Tom, your circuit's dead. There's something wrong, can you hear me, Major Tom? Can you hear me, Major Tom? Can you hear me, Major Tom? Can you hear
your transmission and a live wire. You got your cue lines and a handful of loose. You wanna be there when they count up the dues. And I love your dress. You're a juvenile success because your face is a mess. So how could they know? I said, how could they know? So what you wanna know? So now that it's cha-cha-cha, cha-cha to where you wanna go. What can I do for you? Looks like you've been there too, 'cause you told your dress. And your face is a mess. Your face is a mess. So how could they know? So how could they know? Thank you, and welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and others, to Ashes, a cabaret tribute, nay, love letter to the late and the great Mr. David Bowie. I'm sensing we have some Bowie fans in the audience. That's good. Each and every performer you see here this evening is giving their time and expertise absolutely free. All monies raised this evening will be going to Cabaret versus Cancer. So yes, you'll see a great show, but you're doing a good thing. My name is Benjamin Louche, and I'm your suave and slightly seditious tour guide to this evening's spectacle and wonder, you little wonders, you. Now, we're well aware here at Ashes to Ashes that there are many, many different kinds of Bowie fans. Well, we accept them all. We welcome you all. We welcome every Major Tom, every wild-eyed boy from Free Cloud, every kook, every Bewley brother, every Gene Genie, and every Ziggy Stardust. We welcome you all. If you only like his old stuff, we welcome you. If you only like his drum and bass stuff, we welcome you. We, here at Ashes to Ashes, are so good to you. We even welcome Tin Machine fans. We have any Tin Machine fans in the audience? Stand proud, yes? It's fine here. You need hide your shame no longer. We welcome you. You know, what's often difficult for me is to truly grasp just the impact that Bowie must have had when he hit. I mean, when he really hit into the public imagination in the 70s. I mean, it must have been like, people must have been like, what is that? Is that a woman? Is it a man? Is it some pan-gendered, pansexual, pan-dimensional being from beyond the beyond? What is it and where did it come from? Well, ladies, gentlemen, and others, we travel now to that very place, the place where it sprang from, where Bowie thrived. Ah, that place where the pink monkey birds do squawk, and where you should always keep your electric eye peeled for that mama papa coming for you. And we travel to that place. How? How do we travel, I hear you ask?
How do we travel?
Thank you. Somebody's awake. How do we travel to that place? I'll tell you how. We do it very simply, and we do it with just a song. A song that Bowie himself would often introduce live as, this is a song written by Ziggy.
I'm an alligator. Papa calling for you. I'm a space invader. I'll be a rock and rollin' bitch for you. Keep your mouth shut. Just walking like a big monkey bird. That I'm busting up my brains for the world.
out in a Moon Age daydream. Oh yeah. You know, it strikes me, why is it that nowadays, if you say you're freaked out, it's always negative? It's like, I was completely freaked out, how was it? It was awful. Whereas clearly back in the day, it was, I'm completely freaked out, how was it? It's amazing. I say we bring back that kind of freaked out. Yeah, let's do that. We'll do that tonight. Now, I should have said earlier on, I'd like to dedicate my opening song, Rebel Rebel, to my wife, Miss Rose Thorne. In particular, the line, Hot Tramp, I love you so. Not only because she's hot and I love her, but because she has been known to drink meths and sleep in doorways. And I have to go home now. That was funny, so I said it. Now, I think as Bowie fans, there is one question we need to ask ourselves. And no, before anyone says it, that question is not WWDBD. What would David Bowie do? I think what you have to do is, right, I'll give you an example. I can genuinely say that I would not be here to, well obviously I wouldn't be here because doing a Bowie show if Bowie hadn't existed, that doesn't make sense. No, I can honestly say that I would not be the man I am today. I wouldn't have the job in cabaret I have. I wouldn't have seen the things I've seen, heard the things I've heard, read the things I've read, were it not for that discovery of Bowie's music that sent me on a trajectory that genuinely I would not be married to Miss Rose Thorne were it not for Bowie. Because, I mean, you trace it back, I'm telling you, I would not be the man I am today. So, the question you really need to ask yourself as a Bowie fan is not what would David Bowie do, but without David Bowie, where would you be? You think about that.
How are you all? So do you fancy doing some singing with me now? Because it's a song you'll know and we all love it. It's called Starman. So there's a hint. Subtle hint. La la la, la la la, la la la. Didn't know what time it was, the lights were low, oh, oh. I leaned back on my radio, oh, oh. Some cat was laying down some rock and roll, not a soul he said. And then the loud sound began to fade, came back like a low voice on a wave of fame. That ain't no teaching, that was hazy cosmic jive. You ready? There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our mind. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, but he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the music use it, let the children use it, let all the children move it. I have to phone someone so done you. Hey man, that's far out. I can hear him too. Switch on the TV, we may take him out by channel 2. Look out the window, we may see his light. If we sparkle, he may land tonight. Don't tell your papa, he may lock us up and fry. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, but he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children lose it, let the children use it, let all
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Another round of applause for our dancer, Celia Francis. I mentioned her purely because she is not on your programmes, because sadly our dancer, Maisie Whitehead, had an injury and so couldn't make it. But round of applause for Maisie as well. This is awesome. Now, we've done a number of these Ashes to Ashes shows now. I believe this is our 5th actual show, but it's our 3rd year. We usually do them around Ash Wednesday at Bethnal Green Working Men's Club, but luckily this is the 2nd one we've done in the lovely Spiegel tent here at Underbelly, and we'll be trying to show up every year, you know, keep it fresh. But there are a few, well, they're mainstays that we like to keep, and there are certain traditions as well. And one of these traditions is that every time we do an Ashes to Ashes show, I will have painted on top of my usual cabaret makeup the Aladdin Sane Flash. This evening it was done by the lovely Bridget. Round of applause for Bridget. And another tradition is then I recite a piece that I wrote concerning said Aladdin Sane Flash that goes a little like this. If you're struck by lightning and survive it, it always leaves a mark. And so it was with Mr. Jones when something told you you should hark to the sounds he made, the words he spoke, and to the shape he cut in that bright spotlight, that crutch, hungry dark, that sweet punch in the gut. As he blazed across the stage, leper messiah, Corinthian caricature, you were struck down, yet lifted up by that thin white provocateur. And as the lightning struck you, a scar burned bright and deep, and then it sank, invisible, yet it is always yours to keep. You wear that flash, that lightning bolt, whether it is seen or no, not in imitation, but because you have been marked, it's ever there below, so paint it on from time to time. It's ever yours to wear. It may not always be visible, but trust me, it's always there.
Let Time takes a cigarette, puts it in your mouth. You pull on your finger, then another finger, then cigarette. The wall-to-wall is calling, it lingers, then you forget. Oh, 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 you're a rock and roll suicide. Too old to lose it, too young to choose it. But the clock waits so patiently on your song. You walk past a cafe that you don't eat when you've lived too long. Oh no, 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 you're a rock and roll suicide. Ship breaks a snarling as you stumble across the road. But the day breaks instead, so you hurry home. Don't let the sun blast your shadow. Don't let the milk flow ride your mind. It's so natural, religiously unkind. Oh no, love, you're not alone. You're watching yourself, but you're too unfair. You got your head all tangled up, but if I could only make you care. Oh no, love, you're not alone. No matter what or who you've been, no matter when or where you've stayed, all the nights seem to lacerate your brain. I've had my share, I'll help you with the pain. You're not alone. Just sing along with me, 'cause you're not alone. Let's turn out and be not alone. Give me your hand, 'cause you're wonderful. 'Cause you're wonderful. Give me your
That's not the last one of those little shivers I feel I'm going to get this evening. Jesus Christ. Now, I realise that as host of this show, I've kind of put myself up as he's clearly a Bowie fan, you know, oh yes, big Bowie fan, he's the host of the show, he knows the things to say, he knows the things to introduce to things, and I'll be honest with you, I'm struggling a little bit with this act, this next act. You know what it is? You know what it is? It's something's bugging. She reminds me of someone, and I cannot for the life of me. Wait. Oh wait, no! You know who it is. It's like silly. It's obvious when you think. You know what she reminds me of? She reminds me of the Babe. The Babe with the power. The power of voodoo. Voodoo. Remind me of the Babe.
Save me! Someone take me away from this awful place!
do as I say, and I will be your slave.
You have no power over me.
I love that act. Okay, ladies, gentlemen, and others, we're going to set you free now momentarily for a short 10-minute break. Go out, get yourselves a drink, let your bladder shrink. Don't forget, if you've taken pictures, please hashtag Cabaret versus Cancer. We'll be back in 10 minutes with more Bowie fabulosity. It's a word, look it up. Don't look it up, it's not a word. Until then, TTFN, I thank you. fulfilling interval. I should point out, some of you may have noticed that I'm referring to you as ladies, gentlemen, and others. That is because, and I believe it was an Emmy Awards ceremony in 1975, Bowie came on to give an award to Aretha Franklin, and that's how he addressed the crowd. 1975! Men, ladies, gentlemen, and others. So you had a good interval, yes? Now, of course, I just sang Lazarus. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, Black Star is just about the greatest goodbye, the greatest swan song, the greatest curtain call that any artist has ever given us. The timing, the weight, the quality of that record at that time in his life, to do that, that's just astonishing. And you know, well, Bowie is like jack of all trades, master of all trades. No, he's got whatever you want, he's got it. He's got a foot in rock and roll. He's got a foot in pop. He's got a foot in the avant-garde. Wait a minute, that means he has 3 feet. Is he Jake the Peg? Don't mention Rolf Harris. It's too late. Literally, as I was saying it, it's too late, isn't it? No, but you know, if an album came out that you didn't really like, don't worry, the next one's likely to sound completely different. And from the album you maybe didn't like so much, he probably would have taken something else and superglued them together in a kind of strange hybrid, a chimera that was, you know, more than the sum of its parts, creating something completely new, never heard before. And that, for me, is Bowie's real genius. That, ladies, gentlemen, and others, is the gold. That is the stuff that sticks with you.
Hello.
Walking down the silent path, let me understand. Walking down the snowy streets, stumbling over land. Open up your heart to me, show me all you are, and I would be your slave. Do you sleep in quietude? Do you walk in peace? Do you laugh out loud at me? No one else is free. Open up your heart to me, show me all you are, and I would be your slave. I don't sit and wait, I don't give a damn, I don't see the point at all, no footsteps in the sand. I bet you laugh out loud at me, a chance to strike me down. Give me peace of mind at last, show me all you are, and I would be your slave. I don't sit and wait, I don't give a damn, I don't see the point at all, no footprints in the sand. Do you laugh out loud at me, chance to strike me down? I would give you all my love, nothing else is free, and I would be your slave. I would be your slave.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for coming and being here for another Ashes to Ashes. That was a lovely little song from an album called Heathen that I'm very fond of. I'm now going to go back a little bit further in time, shush now, to slightly earlier in David Bowie's career. And this is a song that has a chorus that I'd like you to join me with. And that chorus goes, ha ha ha. He he he. I'm a laughing gnome, and you can't catch me. Now I'm glad I'm getting that reaction because sometimes people boo and hiss at this. And to those people I would say, you can't think Labyrinth is good and this is shit. It doesn't work that way. So here we go, let's jump straight in. Alright. I was walking down the high street when I heard footsteps behind me. And there was a little old man, hello, in scarlet and grey, chuckling away. Well, I took him back to my house, and he sat beside the telly, with his tiny hands on his tummy, chuckling away, laughing all day. Oh, need to report you to the gnome office. Gnome office! Ha ha ha, he he he. I'm a laughing gnome and you can't catch me. Ha ha ha, he he he. I'm a laughing gnome and you can't catch me. Says the laughing gnome. Well, I gave him roasted toadstools and a glass of dandelion wine. Pardon? And I put him on a train to Eastbourne and carried his bags and gave him a fag. Have you got a light, boy? Yeah, where do you come from? No man's land. Ha ha ha, he he he. I'm a loving gnome and you can't catch me. Ha ha ha, he he he. I'm a loving gnome and you can't catch me. Was a gnome. In the morning, when I woke up, he was sitting at the end of my bed with his cousin whose name was Fred. He brought him along to sing me a song. Oh, go on then, let's hear it. Here, what's that ticking sound? That's Fred, he's a metronome. Ha ha ha, he he he. I'm a loving gnome and you can't catch me. Ha ha ha, he he he. I'm a loving gnome and you can't catch me. Hold up, I'm a gnome. Haven't you got a gnome to go to? No, we are nomads. Have you been having a nice day on the South Bank here, having a drink by the river? Well, when in gnome, as one might say. Very good, that's true. Maybe later on you can go down to Greenwich and go to the Millennium Gnome. It hasn't been called that for 15 years. I know. Some might say that joke is no longer relevant. That's true. You could say that. Who would you say? Who would you say is your favourite American socio-political commentator? Noam Chomsky. That's true. That's a very good answer. That's true. Of course it is. Didn't they teach you to get your hair cut? You look like a rolling gnome. No, not at the London School of Economics. That's enough. Now they're staying up my chimney, and we're living off caviar and honey. Hooray! Because they're making me lots of money, writing comedy prose for radio shows. It's the gnome service, of course. Ha ha ha, he he he. I'm a loving gnome and you can't catch me. Ha ha ha, he he he. I'm a loving gnome and you can't catch me. More time, oh! Ha ha ha, he he he. I'm a loving gnome and you can't catch me. Ha ha ha, he he he. I'm a loving gnome and you can't catch me. The laughing gnome. Thank you so much.
That's another one of our staples we try and have at every show. How can you not? Now, it struck me while listening to the first song, I Would Be Your Slave. It has a beautiful line in it. Do you sleep in quietude? It's a lovely line. And I was wondering do you all kind of have a favourite Bowie lyric? You probably do, like a few one or two. I really like Heaven is on the pillow, its silence competes with hell. That's an amazing line. But I think my favourite line is from the Scary Monsters album, and from the song Teenage Wildlife, I believe it's from. And the line is, let me see if I get this right, as ugly as a teenage millionaire. It's a great line. And what's even better is the way Bowie sings it. Because it's like no one else would get away with this. It's like, as ugly as a teenage millionaire. It's seriously, you go and check that. One of my favourite songs of all time, but that's a fucked up way to sing, and he gets away with it. How does he? If I just did that and you went, what is he doing? Bowie just does it. Now, as Bowie fans, we have all had to come to terms with the fact that there will never be another new Bowie album. I'm genuinely still coming to terms with that. But I would say to all of you, other than the really obsessive fans, the fundamentalists, if you will, but most Bowie fans, trust me when I say there are gems out there that you have probably never heard. There is stuff that I've never heard, and I'm still finding stuff, and that's what the internet is amazing for. For instance, has everyone heard Bowie's version of Foggy Night in London Town that he did with Angelo Badalamenti? Find it online, it's absolutely beautiful. And also, not everyone has heard the demo for Candidate, which is completely different, but equally as good to what ended up on Diamond Dogs. Trust me, there are gems out there, and I'll give you an example of this when it happened to me. I was at my friend's funeral. My friend Chris and our bond was very much forged over Bowie. We both loved Bowie, and that's kind of how we became friends. And obviously he'd said what songs he wanted at his funeral. And so it was like a little tease and a little gift as I walked in the crematorium, and there was a Bowie song playing that I'd never heard. He was like going, let's all get him. It was Baal's Hymn from the Baal EP. I don't know I know many people have never even heard that. That is an amazing EP. Check out the Baal EP. It's amazing. And it was a lovely little gift on a really, really shitty day. It was nice. So, well, trust me when I say there are gems out there waiting to be discovered. Hunt them out. They may be difficult to find, but trust me, they are there. They may have slipped just below the surface, but trust me, they are there.
Started a slow descent down the streams to where the great rivers broaden. Toward the open sky shone most magnificent, as if it was acting as her body's guardian. Rack and duckweed slowly increased her weight by clasping her in their slimy grip. Through her limbs the cold-blooded fishes played. Creatures and plant life kept on, thus obstructing her last trip. And the sky that same evening grew dark as smoke, and its stars through the night kept the brightness still soaring. But it quickly grew clear when dawn now broke, to see that she got one further morning, once her palate trunk had rotted beyond repair. It happened quite slowly that she gently slid from God's thoughts, first with her face, then her hands, right at the last with her hair, leaving those corpse-choked rivers just more
Also from the Val EP. Seriously, check it out. One of his greatest vocal performances. Okay, at which point we have reached our final performer of the night. That doesn't mean the show's over just yet. But I thought I would take this opportunity to tell you a little bit about how Ashes to Ashes started, why we do what we do, etc., etc. Now, when Bowie died, I was actually away on holiday with a bunch of other cabaret performers. Yes, if you can imagine a bunch of cabaret performers in a house together on holiday. Yes, gin was consumed. I've just been told I made a mistake. I needn't have told you that, but I feel close enough to you to say, I made a terrible mistake. It's the gin, exactly. It's the bloody gin. Okay, so what we're going to do is, I'm going to count to 3. You're all going to close your eyes, and I'm going to fuck off. What? No cheating. I do this for a living, can you believe it? 1, 2, 3, close your eyes. She'll come. She'll lay me on during which there was no mistakes made in the introduction of. Fantastic. Now, and you know, part of me thinks you know what I'm going to say now. It's almost like we've gained psychic abilities, and it's freaking me out, and I love it. See, yes, see what I did there? Callback. Call that a callback. Try and hide my mistakes. Now, before our last performer of the night, you've never heard this information before, so I thought I would tell you a little bit about Cabaret versus Cancer, how it was born, etc., etc. Now, you won't believe this, but when Bowie died, I was away on holiday with a bunch of other cabaret performers. Oh no! You can't believe it.
Was there gin?
There was gin. Much gin was consumed. And we all woke up to the terrible news, and we were all shell-shocked because, well, just like you all were, but as you can imagine, there aren't too many cabaret performers that don't take some inspiration from Bowie. I mean, I don't really trust any cabaret performance like Bowie. Nah, not for me. Here's the door. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. Kill them. No. So yeah, and we were all very much shell-shocked, and then sort of like tweets started coming, and Facebook messages and texts started coming from other performers who didn't have to be there, and then it was Abby, the lovely Abby. Where's Abby? Say who? Abby. Abby's over there. She's the head of Cabaret vs. Cancer's volunteer teams, and she sent a message and said, "We have to do a Bowie show," and everyone went, "Abby's right." In case you're wondering, Abby is always right. It's a curse. And so then the idea began to grow, and then my wife said, oh, we could do it on Ash Wednesday and call it Ashes to Ashes, and it grew and it grew and it grew, and it became a Cabaret versus Cancer project, and it grew and we did more and more and more, and they've been nothing but incredibly well received, very popular. Thank you, Bowie fan community. The one we did this year was on the day of the terrible snow, and up until like an hour before the show, people were sending us messages going, "Are you cancelling?" And we're like, "Fuck no, we're not cancelling." And so many people, we packed out Bethnal Green Working Men's Club. People trudged through the snow. There was a real kind of blitz spirit. Lawrence Owen, who sang The Laughing Gnome, he Skyped in that song. It was awesome. It was so awesome. And these are some of the greatest shows I've ever been part of. I've been a Bowie fan since as far as I can remember. And to be part of this show, to be in front of Bowie fans, to sing Bowie songs, it blows my fucking mind every time. So thank you so much for coming. Thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause. And at this point, to introduce our final performer, I thought I would read out a speech that somebody else wrote. A speech that was given by Duncan Jones, David Bowie's son, when Black Star won the best album at the Brits that year. And this is Duncan's speech. He said, "I lost my dad last year, but I also became a dad. And I was spending a lot of time after getting over the shock trying to work out what would I want my son to know about his granddad. And I think it would be the same thing that most of my dad's fans have taken over the last 50 years. That he's always been there supporting people who think they're a little bit weird, a little bit strange, a little bit different. And he's always been there for them. So this award is for all the kooks and all the people who make the kooks. Thanks, Brits, and thanks his fans." Now later on that evening, he tweeted, Duncan Jones tweeted, "I did forget one little bit of my speech though. Fuck cancer. Fuck it right off the planet." And that is our goal at Cabaret versus Cancer. And that is why Ashes to Ashes exists.
That's been in such an early song.
from ground control. Oh no, don't say it's true. They got a message from the action man. I'm happy, hope you're happy too. I've loved all I needed, love, sordid details following. The shrieking of nothing is killing, just pictures of truckers in synthesis. And I ain't got no money and I ain't got no hair. And I'm hoping to kick, but the planet is glowing. Ashes to ashes, funk to funky. We know Major Tom's a junkie, strung out in heaven's high, hitting an all-time low. Time and again I tell myself I'll stay clean tonight, but the little green wheels are following me. I'm stuck with a valuable friend. I'm happy, I hope you're happy too. One flash of light, but no smoking pistol. I never done good things, I never did bad things, I never did anything out of the blue. No, 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 no. I want an axe to break the ice, I want to come down right now. Ashes to ashes, funk to funky. We know Major Tom's a junkie, strung out in heaven's high, hitting an all-time low. My mama said to get things done, you better not mess with Major Tom. My mama said to get things done, you better not mess with Major Tom. My mama said to get things done, you better not mess with Major Tom. My mama said to get things done, you better not mess with Major Tom.
And so we come to the end of the show, but not actually the end of the show. Now, before I invite all our performers back onto the stage, I'd like to particularly thank our Underbelly team who've done such an amazing job. The lovely Tom, the lovely Jack, and the lovely Dan. And our particular, I'm going to call him production manager, I don't even know what that means, but he is, without him this show would not have happened. Man of the Year, Sean Mooney. He is literally Man of the Year. He's got a sticker and everything. But of course we come to the sing-along. Now you should have seen the lyrics to changes on your chair, so do get ready. But before we actually do it, I'm going to welcome back onto the stage our performers this evening. Please welcome them back onto the stage. Mr. Dusty Limits, Mr. Lawrence Owen, the lovely, slightly underdressed Miss Embrulé, Ruby Wednesday, L.J. Miles, so named because he's a ledge, Shane Gilliver, ladies and gentlemen, Joe Foley, whose accent nearly fucked up, the lovely VJ Spanky, Mally and Molick, Anna the Hooligan, Luna Rosa, our stage managers, Louise and Karen. Big round of applause for your cast. Now, you have the lyrics.
I've got them up here.
Take So let's see how it goes.
And can we just thank Benjamin Luce, your host?
Now, you will all be aware, you will be very familiar with the song Changes, but if you listen to the chorus, I think they double-tracked it because the lyrics kind of overlap, so we kind of need to do that. So we're going to split you down the middle. We're going to split you here. This side are mine and Dusty's side, and you will be singing in the chorus, changes. And this side here is M and Ruby's side, and you will be singing, turn and face the strange. And then we'll all do changes. But you can sing along to the rest of it if you like. In fact, we'd like you to, because we will fuck it up. You should have heard the rehearsal. Seriously. So let's just try a chorus. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They've got it, Dusty, they've got it. And frankly, they're doing it better than we did it.
I know, we are so fucked.
You utter bastards. Okay, so, which only leaves me to say, Mr. Music, will you play? You will. Sing on to all of it, please. Oh, yeah. Know what I was waiting for, and my time was running wild, a million dead-end streets, and every time I thought I